Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a no makeup look. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and quickly run through what it is that I do to give some coverage to my face. I have a lot of redness, I get super oily. That way you guys can also know what I do to kind of make my face look a little cuter in an affordable way. So let's go ahead and get started. So basically, you guys can already tell I already have my brows done. My brows don't change for no makeup look. Like, they are my brows all the time. So to start off, I always go ahead and start off with, for like a no makeup day, I don't really like focus too much like on my base. That's really more when I'm gonna do like longevity, like foundation, like event or party or something. So I just usually go in with a blurring primer. Here I have the Cover FX blurring primer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that and put it in the areas which are most important to me, which is my nose and the right under my eye, my cheek area. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and put my base on. My base today is going to be the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream for Oily Skin, and I use it in the shade 520. And I got this at Walmart for less than $7. It was $6 something, and I absolutely love it. I mean, it is matte. It really is, and it does stay matte for a while. And I still set it like, I mean, like normal foundation, just because you can always use powder in your life, especially when you're as oily as I am. So for starters, I'm going to go ahead and grab a buffing brush. So this is a BS small brush. It's just a flat brush. And I got this guy on Amazon. And this is what I'm going to use today to go ahead and apply my base. So I always go ahead and grab some product on my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and dot that everywhere. Then you're going to grab your brush and just buff it out. Okay guys, so this is my face just with the base. Again, no concealer yet, nothing, just the BB cream. And y'all saw my face before I put this on. I mean, I have redness, I got acne, and for BB cream, this is coverage. This is coverage. It does take a few minutes to dry. So right now it's kind of like a satiny finish. As you can see, I still look a little shiny, but believe me, it dries matte. But we can always give it a little help by setting it with some powder. So what I do to first, I go ahead and do my concealer. I make sure I finish my wet base before I go in and apply powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my 5 and 10 shade for the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is the 10, this is the 5, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some under eye concealing real quick. I just gotta wet my beauty blender 1 second. Okay, so now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna grab some of the 10 shade and put some product on the bottom. So I put those two together just because the 5 is too light, but the 10 is like almost like too dark. Like I feel like it doesn't highlight enough. It matches my skin perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that product out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one super quick as well. All right, and this is what it looks like. Low intermission there. So now, always before you set, make sure you have no creases under your under eyes. Sometimes this Maybelline concealer, especially I feel like my own skin, it just starts setting really damn quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my original formula Airspun loose face powder to set my under eyes. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe brush. This is a dry brush. I don't really like using a wet beauty blender to set, so I always have a dry one and a wet one, but I really like this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and dab it in there. And again, I've already started creasing, so before I go ahead and set, I'm going to just blend out those creases. So I like to set first and then bake, just because I crease super fast. So I set by pushing the powder into my face, and I learned this technique from Tina Halada. On Snapchat she goes by Tutorials by Tina, but I absolutely love her. I think she is honestly so great, so funny, and I learned this technique from her to press the powder in. And it just really like makes sure everything stays in place and that nothing creases. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer of powder so I can go ahead and bake, and then meanwhile I'm gonna go ahead and just do my quick bronzer contour. Okay, so now that I've went ahead and applied my baking powder, I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer real quick. So for bronzer, I really like this brush. I got it in my BoxyCharm for May, and it's just an Aesthetics P12 brush, and it's just like a fluffy pointed brush that I absolutely love. So for bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and be basic. I really like the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula in the shade Bronze. I feel like it's really just nice and subtle on my face. It doesn't give me harsh lines or it doesn't get muddy, and I really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of that product onto my brush, dust off any extra, and just go ahead and take it right where I would contour. If your bake, some of it comes off, it's not the end of the world, y'all. It happens. It's gonna come off eventually. Okay, so now that I went ahead and applied my bronzer, camera doesn't do too much of a greatness, but I have some color in there. Let's go ahead and pull this a little closer so y'all can see. Got some color in there. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and dust off my bake. I don't really like to bake too long, so I'm going to go ahead and dust that off now. And I use a fluffy brush, again from BS Smalls. It was part of that set. It's just another fluffy, kind of pointed brush, but it's just a fluffy brush. So I'm going to go ahead and alright, so this is what we're at so far, and basically the last thing I really do is I go ahead and set the rest of my face. I use my Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation powder. This is pretty medium to full, but I usually grab it like on a, when I want to get full coverage I use a kabuki brush, but if I just want to like use it to set my powders, set my foundation, I just grab a big fluffy brush just because it helps deposit product but not enough to like, you know, give you like super much coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some product. Alright, and after this I'm going to go ahead and highlight. So for today's highlight I'm going to go ahead and use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. Looks like this, and I'm using the shade Golden Flower Crown. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some highlighter. For my brush I use the Morphe R13 brush. So it's just like a nice fluffy dome brush from the Rose Gold series. So I absolutely love this brush. Natural bristles, grabs a good amount of product and deposits it nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and place this right about here. I like me a beaming highlight, so I'm out here trying to put that bitch on. Ooh. Look at her. Okay, and what I also really like to do when I use this particular highlighter, I really like to pair it up with another Wet n Wild highlighter, but this is the Blossom Glow. It's the same little kind of highlighter. The other one has a golden undertone. This is more of a pink undertone, so I like to pair them together just because I wouldn't really wear pink by itself, unless I'm just like on some other shit, but not today. Today we ain't on no other shit. Okay. So grab some product and go ahead and place it right on top of the other highlight. I mean, isn't that just lovely? More product on here. Alright, and this is the finished product with highlight. Believe it or not, even for a BB cream, this does provide a lot of coverage, but if you get a little close up, you can definitely still see a lot of my imperfections. But it definitely is a good BB cream. Like I said, super matte. But this highlight though, I am living for this highlight. What I usually do when I do like a no makeup look, I just pop on some mascara, put on some lip gloss, and just go on with my day. And yeah, I mean, that's really usually what I do. Of course, setting spray and make sure that my face is looking cute. You got that highlight on. So yeah, this is what my no makeup look looks like. I know a lot of you are probably like, girl, you full coverage. It looks like you're wearing makeup. Yeah, but it's BB cream and you put that shit on so quick. Throw on some bronzer, some highlight. You're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and make sure to subscribe and like this video, show some love to it, and stay tuned for all the great things I have coming. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Stay tuned for any great things I'm going to be doing, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.